made a couple videos on diversity, giving you guys advice on how to write about things you may not have experienced. Some of these things were sad, like poverty, but today I'm here to talk about hair. Curly hair, to be specific. Obviously, writing curly hair wrong won't hurt anybody, but I can promise you that any person with curly hair will immediately know whether or not you've done your research. So to start, great curls mean hard work. I've met lots of straight-haired people who wish they had curly hair and vice versa. The grass is always greener on the other side. I can't tell you how many times I've wished I'd been born with straight hair. Curls can be incredibly beautiful, but they're very high maintenance. Just like how straight hair that's been curled with a curling iron will fade in a day or so or add exposure to water, so will curly hair that's been straightened with a flat iron. However, it takes a lot more time to flatten out curls than it does to give waves to straight hair. The last time I straightened my hair was around 3 or 4 years ago. If I can find one, I'll insert a picture. I have a lot of little ringlet curls that are very thick, so it takes me a minimum of 4 hours to straighten my hair. I just do not have time to do that every day. Someone with less intense curls than mine, or with light waves, might get away with straightening their hair in 15 minutes to maybe a half an hour or 45 minutes. But I would argue that most people lean towards a longer time frame, so that's something you should probably keep in mind when writing characters. A really common theme in makeover movies is transforming a curly-haired nerd into a straight-haired bombshell. There are a lot of problems with that trope, but I was always confused as to how Princess Mia from the Princess Diaries managed to keep her hair silky straight after starting out the movie with frizzy curls like mine. In those cases, i.e. long-term straight hair on a curly-haired person, the person has probably used relaxer on their hair. Not only are flat irons time-consuming, but heat can really damage hair, so you don't want to be repeatedly ironing your hair if you want to keep it healthy. A relaxer is sort of self-explanatory. It relaxes the curls in your hair so that you can have straight hair. But a relaxer can cause its own type of damage. When you treat your hair with chemicals of any kind, even hair dye, you risk damage. I have never dyed my hair or used a relaxer, so I'm not the best person to talk to about these things, but they are definitely worth researching. Okay, now let's talk about taking care of curls without straightening. First off, it's important to figure out what type of curls your character has. If your character has light waves or very loose curls, they can probably get away with using generic shampoo and conditioner. If they have curls similar to mine or even more intense kinks and ringlets, generic products will not be enough. To maintain cute curls that don't frizz or dry up requires regular, as in weekly if not daily, hair maintenance products and routines. I spend $20 a month on specialized shampoo and conditioner for my hair, and another $10 to $15 on treatments I put in my hair after I shower. Good hair care is expensive. If your characters can't afford good hair products, or they live in a place or time period where they can't get access to them, they will either have a mess of tangles and frizz, or they'll keep their hair cut short to avoid them. Keep this in mind when writing apocalyptic, war/adventure, or period stories. A way around this is to research the natural oils and plants that are often used in hair products and seeing which ones you could realistically use in your story. Women managed for thousands of years before retail products just fine, so you just have to find a realistic compromise. Another way to manage curly and especially ethnic hair in an environment unfriendly to it is self-protective hairstyles like braids or dreads. When I was younger, my mom would braid my hair in styles similar to cornrows to keep them manageable on our budget and my hectic childhood schedule. I've never had them, but dreads can be very hygienic and sustainable with a smart routine of tending to them and retwisting. A quick comment to say that while untended or frizzy hair can look similar to an afro, afro is its own hairstyle and has its own management and routines. They're not the same thing and they aren't interchangeable. While most of this video is lighthearted, it's important to remember that hairstyles like cornrows, dreads, afros stem from and have important cultural ties to people of African heritage. Using them on a character that is not connected to that heritage could be seen as cultural appropriation. But that doesn't mean you don't have options. A good braid and even a simple hair bun are excellent protective hairstyles. I actually spend 90% of my time with my hair in a twisted up bun because it's the easiest. If you have the time or resources to take care of hair, there are lots of great ways to nurture curls into those gorgeous, romantic bombshell curls that everybody loves. This is what you want if you're writing a lush fantasy or modern celebrity story, or just anywhere where you really want to emphasize how pretty curls can be. No curly-haired person naturally wakes up with gorgeous hair every day, but that doesn't mean they can't sometimes, or even regularly if they plan and prepare for it. To get presentable curls like the ones I have in my videos, I have to prepare at least a day ahead for it. I shower and wash my hair, let it partially dry, put a hair treatment in it, twist it up, and then sleep on it. This gives my hair time to suck up all the product and lets time and natural body heat sort of cook my curls into perfect little ringlets. Curly hair tends to dry out very quickly, which means you typically need to baby it to prevent it from becoming brittle or breaking apart. My hair is always thirsty. I use products that prioritize moisture retention, shine, and follicle strength. Despite all that, I have never taken a shower and not lost some hair. Curly hair is prone to tangles and knots, but also tends to be thicker than straight hair. So curly people can lose lots of hair before it's as noticeable as it would be on a straight-haired person. So it wouldn't be a sign of illness to lose a few strands of hair in the shower if you have a curly-haired character. In fact, it might be weird if they don't lose any hair. In addition to a protective hairstyle to sleep in, most girls I know, or at least most girls of color, sleep in a protective head wrap to protect their hair from pillows. Curly or ethnic hair can be so fragile that it can pull, frizz, or break from rubbing against cotton pillows. A silk pillowcase or head wrap could be the difference between gorgeous second-day curls or a mountain of frizz. I'm not going to list out specific hairstyles for specific genres because we could be here forever. I just thought it might be fun to give you guys a couple tips if you wanted to write a character with curly hair without having experienced natural curls yourself. Don't stress too much about hair. It's very rarely the most important part of a novel, and no one worth their salt is going to tear you a new one for making some mistakes. But if you don't want to make mistakes, that's what I'm here for. Do you have any tips I forgot to mention? Let me know in the comments. And do you have any hilariously awful representations of hair in books? I definitely want to know. Please let me know any other video ideas you might have for me, and please subscribe to see more videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.